I have my handy dandy recipe notebook so you already know what time it is. Let's get cooking. Welcome to my channel. This is Minnie Moving Mountains. My name is Minnie and this is my series called Mini Meals. Disclaimer, I am not a professional chef nor am I a nutritionist. I'm just a girl in her moo-moo who cooks every night for her husband so I can teach you how to cook, change up your meals for the week, or just give you something positive to watch. There is no fancy lighting. I just use a craft light. There's no fancy editing. I do this in one cut, and no fancy makeup. Just me showing you the things that I'm passionate about. We're just cooking and baking, crafting, and my weight loss journey. Today is Friday, March the 20th, 2026, meal number 54. Today we're making savory paprika tilapia with scallion rice, red beans, roasted green beans, and broccoli, and lemon crema. I'm going to go ahead and turn around the camera because I assure you, there's nothing fancy going on here. I just want to focus on what you came here for, which is learn how to cook. So let's move mountains together and let's get cooking. Remember, I just cook for my husband and I, so if you have a family that's bigger than ours, you would have to double, triple, or quadruple your recipe. On today's episode, you're going to need tilapia, 3/4 cup of jasmine rice, red beans with their liquid. This is diced red pepper, green beans sliced, broccoli cut into florets. I have a lot of scallions because one is for my rice and one is for my red beans and one is for my garnish. I have 1 tablespoon of seafood bouillon paste, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and lemons cut into wedges. To my stovetop, you're going to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. You're going to need 1 large burner on medium heat and another large burner on medium heat as well. I only have small burners for the exception of my large burner, so I do use an induction burner as well. To a lined sheet pan, you're going to add your green beans to 1/3 of the baking sheet, making sure that it's in one even layer. So I'm going to spread these out a little bit. For another 1/3, you're going to add your broccoli. Since tilapia is a very lean fish, I am doing 2 vegetables. Normally, I would only do 1. Like if I do salmon, I do 1 vegetable. You're going to drizzle both of the vegetables with a neutral oil. This is olive. Season both vegetables with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, pepper, all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and paprika. For the tilapia, you're going to season both sides with the remainder salt, pepper, all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and paprika. To give it more of that Louisiana Cajun flair, you're going to add more of the smoked paprika on top. Flip and season the other side the same way. Place salmon on the remainder 1/3 of the baking sheet. Place in an oven at 450 degrees. My orange timer is for my oven. You're going to cook the vegetables and the fish for 15 minutes. To a medium pot, on medium heat, you're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Add your rice, scallions, 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Mix well to ensure that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom, and bring this to a boil. As we wait for the rice to come to a boil, to a large pan on medium heat, you're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Now that our rice has come to a boil, you're going to mix it again to ensure that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom. Bring your bring your temperature gauge to low, Cover. Simmer your rice covered on low heat for 15 minutes. While we wait for our second pan of butter to melt, you're going to add a half squeezed lemon into your sour cream. Season with 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Mix well. To your pan with the melted butter, you're going to add your diced red pepper, scallions, red beans and their liquid, the remainder of the smoked paprika, seafood bouillon paste. You can also use vegetable bouillon paste if you can't find the seafood, the remainder of the garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper, and for some razzle dazzle, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Mix well, and then you're just going to keep this on medium heat until the remainder of the cook. Once your rice is cooked, you're going to fluff it with a fork. And dinner is served. Go ahead and plate. And that's it. You did it. You made a home-cooked meal. I'm going to turn around the camera so we can chat. Thank you all so much for joining me on today's episode. It's truly an honor and privilege to be able to cook with you guys. For all of my meals, you can find them on my website, www.minniemeals.com. For long-form content, you can find it on my YouTube channel at Minnie Savant, as well as Facebook at Minnie Savant. For short-form content, you can find it on my TikTok, Lemonade, and Instagram at Minnie Moving Mountains. Let's move mountains together, and what should I cook next? I'll see you guys next time. Bye!